Hi, I will show you now how to do another problem from the first chapter. So let me share my screen. So I will do the model 110. So I will say File, New Part. I'm already in the right project file. So I will go once I have this part, and I will save this as a problem 110. Always make sure you back stuff up on the desktop, and after you finish your work, to upload that on your Google Drive. So you see now I'm doing problem 110. I can use the old name. So I'm trying to do, again, I will use machinist approach for this part as well. So I will use the XY plane again. I will make, if you don't show your coordinate system indicator, you can always go to Tools, Application Options, Sketch. You can go to Sketch and make sure the coordinate system indicator is turned on. And I can create a rectangular shape like this. And I can say my big dimension is 2.5. And my height is 1.25. Middle mouse click twice. So I zoom in my rectangular shape, and I will extrude this by 150. Middle mouse click twice. So I can zoom in perfectly. And then this would be 1.5. So I'm working with this block, so I can remove this triangular shape. They're giving me here a 1 and 30 degrees. So I'm going from a side, and I can make 3 lines basically. One line going somewhere. I don't know, it doesn't. So let me start with a line. I'm going back just one line like this. Okay. And then if I have extra line, and then I can make a line from the corner going down, just to practice a little bit of trimming, and one line going more than whatever this is touching. And now I will go trim, 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 and trim here. And then I can convert this yellow one to construction, both of them, just selecting them and clicking on this construction. So now I have my triangular shape, and I can say that this here, it's 1, and I have angle of 30. So you make angle, you click on a line and another line, and just click in the middle, you make that 30. And you see this one is not a line now, it's kind of off, like what I have, but this is easy fix. So I can say with the collinear constraint, I just click on one line and the other one, and you see beautiful. Now it's done. Finish. And I will go extrude. I will switch to cut and say through all. There you go, that's done. Then from a side, I can make maybe a hole. But before I do a hole, you see, it's asking me for dimensions. So I think maybe just by doing a sketch, that would be easier, because I can draw a circle. It's fairly easy to dimension. So yeah, I'll just do like this, 0.6. And the other one is 0.65, 0.625 right there. And then I'm going to do a cut. So I'm switching to cut and through all. That's it. I don't care where it ends. I just said through all. Okay. So you see there are 2 things on the same plane that I can extrude. So I can even add another rectangular shape to this. I actually want to do that because I want to show you how I can edit existing extrusion. So you can either open this and you have a sketch. You can left click here twice, or you can say right click, edit sketch right there. And I can just add another rectangular shape here. And that shape is 0.25 here, 0.25, yes. And this is 1. Oops, it's select me something else. So escape, I'm actually going to select these two lines. Dimension, one line, the other line, one. And there's something 0.1 coming from this point here. You see, I'm a little bit in 3D right now. So, if I go a little bit to 3D, you can see where actually I'm measuring this from. So that's where it ends. Yeah, and then like these yellow ones, I will select yellow and convert them to construction because, I'm using them for something, but I'm not going to extrude them. So you see, in this way, when I say finish sketch, I did add, oh, this one is kind of not constrained. Oh, it's missing the radius. Yeah, I see. So radius is 1. You see, purple tells me it's not constrained. Black, now I know it's fully constrained. So this is 1. Okay, so now when I say finish, I only have 1, but if I need to go back to my extrude and I will say edit feature, and I just want to add one more profile. So here in profile, I have 1 selected, and I could go and select this other one. Something is off with this one, so I have to go to the sketch, check, is everything lined up here? Something is, it doesn't want to get selected. So, or if I want to say, I want to delete extrusion, and don't delete consume sketches and features. And I just want to say, if I make a new one, so you see now when I make a new one, cut, both of them can be selected. So, you can even remove the feature, but make sure you say, don't select consume sketches. So you see in this way, now it's cutting through everything, these two parts. Just want to show you how you can edit a little bit, even existing geometry. And for this part, all I have left is from the side to add one rectangular shape in the back. So if I go to dimension, this is 0.75. This is 0.25. And yeah, in the middle, this is, it looks like a square, 0.5. And now all I have to do is to say extrude, switch to cut through all, and my part is done. This is your problem 110. I can go to the house. I can, again, show you here if I click on the color wheel, click here on this gray, and then again on the color, custom color, I can select any color that exists there. Okay. You can switch view to the technical illustration, for example, and I can say save, and I can say export image. You can try exporting this as an image, or you can say export PDF. This is my 3D view, so I will just say here 3D. So, sometimes you want to use this for your project, or you want to use this to print. So, for example, you can also remove, you can add ground plane here if you want, or you can go tools, you can say application options, and if you go to display, you can also change colors. For example, if I go to colors, sometimes, I don't know, I want to have different background, maybe white. So, you can try here, see, for example, presentation, okay? And now, I mean, it's not showing me white, but, you can play around this and see what option will be just one color, and then, you have white if you want to print this with white. I will return this to this, but like you can change the appearance of your and then last thing I want to show again is to create a drawing. Again, new drawing, changing sheet size, edit sheet to B, then again edit definition in the ASNI here in the block. So this is P110 ODU, your name. You like to zoom in a little bit. Put your name, not mine. Sometimes students put my name. Okay, then 0516. I mean, that's when I'm drawing this. There you go. And title will be problem 110. And if I say finish, yes, it'll mouse click twice. So now I can show you also, yeah, we can do a base view. I think it's too small, so maybe let's try that. So here, I think it's a good time to maybe practice another view. So you see this auxiliary view, because that's actually where I can see the true shape of a side. So let me see. I select a view. Yeah, that's the one I want. Because here I see a circle. You see what I mean by that? Right there. And base. Oh, I don't need a base. I need projected. You see how it looks completely off, but true size is what I can see. It's kind of flipped. It's not the same. And you can play a little bit with this, what would be the best representation. Maybe for this, we will need more. And you can even flip this space view. So, if we show it different way, you see, I changed the parent, and now all the other views are different. So, you can see what works with specific dimensioning situations. So in this case, maybe, I don't know, do I need one more projected view from here? Not really. It wouldn't give me anything beneficial. I can just put separate base. But make sure the size matches. So you see, it's not good if this is one size. So let's see which size. This is 2 to 1. So if we add another base, we should match that to be 2 to 1 as well. They should be same size. Let's see if it fits barely, but yeah, it's not good. It needs to be down there. Yeah. Okay, so you see, these are kind of something I can work with to add dimensions. Maybe we need to get a bigger sheet in this case. So I will edit my sheet to size C. So you see, it's more room. So we can even maybe add more of these views. See, I put this here. This one can be a little bit more far apart. If you need to add extra projected, you see there. So you see we have 3, but maybe this one could be also a section view now when I see it like this, but it's okay. So model state, display options, you can see what different versions you have, or we might add a section view from this view. So you see now I will try to make a line from here to here, but it's not in the center. It should be in the same center as this circle. So you see I'm adding the circle, I'm adding here, there's an axis. Here also there's there's like 2 ellipses in this case. So so if I make a section view, it's good that I have now this point, for example. You see, where's my point? I want to go through the center of this circle. Yeah, it's not perfect, but we can draw a line that we can use as a section. So if I go to sketch, I want to do a line. Can I make this? I don't know how I get that sketch. I don't know. But we can make it more perfectly if we would have, maybe if I extend these. Oh yeah, that would be good. I'm extending them, and now if I do section of that, why doesn't, I want that to snap to the right place. I'm still not sure, it's not going through the center. So you see, it's kind of hard to make a section view, so let's leave it like this. Okay. If you want to add more, you would just add projected view of this view will be really interesting. It's not really looking good. So, okay, so now for dimensioning, what we can do, we can maybe a little bit better align this because it's kind of crowded like that maybe. And then again, I need to add the big dimensions first. So from here, oh, I forgot to do styles editor, and I want to have a 3 precision in thousands. So I'm changing precision here. So I'm going to manage styles editor, default ANSI precision to 3. And I'm going back to dimension right here. That's good. So I have a big one in this size. I can put big one, this height. I can at least put height here and the width right there. So at least I use this for something. And now my brain is looking at what's missing, what was actually cut here. So, this circle is something I need to annotate. So here, we removed rectangular shape in a circle. So I definitely need to say where's the center of this circle. So, I can say it from, like, for example, like there. So now I know where's the circle. I need to know how big is the circle. So, you can put that dimension somewhere. And when you have this circle with this line, that's telling you dimension of a diameter. And then, so I'm good with a circle. For circle, you need to know location of a circle and how big is it. So I have X and Y coordinates, and I have how big is it. And then for this rectangular shape, of course, I need to know the size and where is it. So, I can also use this kind of, I'm measuring from the same place where I measured my previous one. So I pick this line. So this is good in that dimension, and in another dimension, I can use this baseline, and I just want to dimension these 3 lines where they are. Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't look good. So I'll just do like that. 1. And maybe I can just give a size like that, a rectangular shape. Okay, like that. So you see, in this way, I dimension where is this line with this. So I don't want to be dimensioning from 2. I pick a line, and both of these are the locations are from that line. So I'm good with that one. Here I need to say where's the triangle, where's the missing rectangle. So what I can do, I can again start from here, measure where this is at. And on the other side, I can say where's this. And continue in series, maybe say how big is that. So vertically, I almost said everything. All I have to do is to say maybe the angle of this here. It will be 60 if I'm showing where I'm at. Or I can just say where this line is and where the triangle ends. That will also be enough. for me to define. So triangle is defined with 1 and 0.384, and this one, I know location and I know how big is it. And here, I think this, I don't see anything that I need to add. So maybe I don't even need this view, it's completely, it's not used for anything. So I can just remove it pretty much. It's just unnecessary projection. So you see, in this way, I have a little bit more space to align, to have everything a little bit more spacious, like that. Okay, and now it's time for me to save. This is my 2D. Well, it's one drawing file. I won't make another one. So I can maybe show you how to add 1D and T. So if I show how to add a notation of so I go here, I can add the datum, and I can say that line is my A. I want to make that surface really good. And then I can say maybe this circle, if I want to add a feature related to this circle. Oh, it doesn't work well like that. Feature. I want to have this maybe perpendicular. I want to say, hey, I want it perfectly perpendicular to my A. Drill that. I don't know, maybe this leader would better be on this circle like that. I want to say, drill me that hole perfectly perpendicular to this plane. So in this way, I did one small constraint. So I would say save and export as a PDF, and then as a PDF, this would be my 3D PDF. So please, for all of your work, save original files and save PDFs, because then you can open your PDF. So if I go to desktop, you see I just saved my PDF version. So, I can read this easily. I can zoom in, I can see clearly all the different information. And sometimes it's a good practice to hide these hidden lines. They don't need to be seen. If something is seen there, I don't see where's the depth of the hole. So, really, if we would really want to follow engineering rules, I will actually need to go here and change this, that I do not see hidden lines. So it would be here. I'm not sure why it's that. So you see the second one, I unlocked it. And if I say, okay, now I don't see the hidden lines. This is better representation. And here also I can say the same thing. Don't show me the hidden lines. They're just messy. They're not visible there. And then here you can add information that this hole goes through. So if I go here to the end, and there's one sign like this, and I say through, THRU. So, in this way, I'm saying I'm drilling hole that is going through. So this is more cleaner version of the drawing, more accurate. So we shouldn't see the hidden lines. And if you have a hole going through, which is obviously here in 3D model, we can just use this kind of GD&T, add the comment. So again, where I found that, it was right here. I found the symbol and I just typed THRU, which means that hole goes through. I'm saving this and I'm saying export PDF, and that's it. Thank you for watching.